Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you see me wearing this shirt in multiple videos, no you did not. Today I just wanted to kind of like a chatty eye look with me. I watched Kathleen Lights the other day do like a foundation routine video, and it was just like 30 minutes of like chatting and talking about makeup, and it was so refreshing. And I just like miss the part of the makeup community that was just like getting together and like being creative, and it wasn't about like selling a product. So I'm using a ColourPop palette because I'm trying to use every palette in my collection. This is the Stone Cold Fox palette. It's just a cool tone palette, so any cool tone palette works, and I have this idea. I was thinking about what to do with this palette, and I was kind of drawn to these like grays and blacks in this palette. It made me immediately think of Hayley Williams' cover art for Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, which was her most recent solo album. It started out as singles. I've been listening to Paramore and Hayley since I was 16. It was the first non-Christian music I found and loved, and I found it through Guitar Hero for the DS. They had Crush 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 playing from their Riot album. I tried to get tickets to the concert and I unfortunately lost the war. So the idea for right now, we'll see if it transforms, but it's kind of like a blown out gray with black smudged really close to the lashes, and then just like a cut of gold this way and a cut of gold this way where they like kind of intersect at a weird spot, so it's not quite a winged liner. We're gonna start out with the shade Trip, which is just a color that's actually maybe too light for me. It's probably just my skin tone. And I'm just gonna throw this in the crease. Going with the shade Stranger. I haven't touched this pan at all, so it feels like a good one to do. And we're just gonna throw that into the crease as well and kind of deepen this definition that we're doing. There's something about the first band that you find for yourself that just like hits different. I saw Paramore for the first time in 2014 when they were playing at this small-ish like theater in New Jersey where I lived. And it was like a 45-minute drive away from me, but I got tickets with my friend from high school who was also very Paramore obsessed. And we went, and like truly talk about a transformative experience. Like, oh my God, it felt like coming home. And then an ex took me to that same tour. It was a Monument tour, so they did it with Fall Out Boy, to a different location. And I wanted to see their After Laughter tour, but that didn't work out. But then I did see their This Is Why tour, and top 10 one of the best nights of my life. Okay, we're gonna start to build the gray in. We're gonna take You Rock on the same brush because I think it's just easier to blend. And we're just gonna put that slightly below where we've been building. And a nice light layer of this. As you can maybe see in the camera, this is just like a very, very light gray. We wanted to build a little bit of like neutral to warmth above it because we didn't want anything to look too like muddy. On the same brush, because I feel like using the same brush, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. We're gonna go into Bold Type. It's more like a gray brown shade, but we're gonna just keep doing it where we put it a little bit lower. Oh, it looks even more gray on the lid, so that's nice. Just a little bit lower to build this kind of like smoky eye. I also don't know if I've ever used this shade. I haven't really pulled this palette out much. And it's only because I feel like when you do like cool toned shades, or at least when I do cool toned shades, I always want to do something dark and mysterious and sexy. And I haven't really had that many opportunities to do dark, mysterious, sexy makeup since the pandemic hit. And we're just gonna start to slightly wing this out, just very slightly. I'm just gonna kind of wipe off any excess on the back of my hand and then just go in for one first blend. Gonna go in with the shade Rumor Mill, which is more of like a blue gray, like more of a gray you think of. And we're just going to pack this on the whole lid. Work in little sections and tap it, don't swipe it. It helps build the color and also doesn't let fallout happen. Also tap the brush off. ColourPop shadows, if you're using a ColourPop palette, are beautiful and also a little powdery. Only after you pack it down will you blend it out. I know some of you are probably like, why did we do all of that building if we were just gonna put something on the lid? I do think when you do that build, the blend just is a lot cleaner. I'm from an era of YouTube where that was the thing, and I just still believe it. I'm gonna take a little angled brush. I'm gonna dip into the black shade, which is Rock Bottom, and I'm going to literally stamp this as close to the lash line as possible and do a slight blend. I'm just gonna go back in with the shade You Rock and a little bit of Bold Type mixed together, and then we're just gonna blend out this edge here. And we're just gonna do it on the lower lashes. We're definitely gonna kind of blow this out a bit more. And with the lower lashes, I feel like we can start with a darker shade and build up. I'm gonna concentrate kind of this gray on like the outer corner and blowing it out in the outer corner, slightly connecting it to this like pseudo wing that we have going on. I'd say only drag this about 3/4 of the way in, because I think when you do a dark shade all the way in, it does make the eyes look a lot smaller. I'm gonna take that same small tiny brush with that same rock bottom shade and just like really kind of stamp this as close to lashes as possible. And then for the white in the cover, there is this shade called Dreamful. It's just really, it's a literal white. We're just going to put it on the inner corner, and then we're gonna end up dragging it into that negative space in the lower lash line to kind of super brighten that up. And then we're just gonna do a little bit of shimmer because I feel like it. There's this shade called Magnetic Moon, and I think we're just gonna do little taps. That's what we're doing on the eyes there. I'm gonna close this palette up. We're gonna go to this water ink. So where the look could be really cool or really not cool. I'm gonna do a little X in here. The color I ended up mixing looks exactly like the color on the album cover, which I feel very happy about. Kind of the last thing to do is lips, and wow, that actually looks really cool. Okay, last thing to do is lashes and lips. So for lashes, I'm just using the mascara I have open right now, which is the Smoky Eye Mascara from Bobbi Brown. I know I made a controversial take on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts where I was like, this mascara is not good, and I agree with that. I know some people commented that they swear by this, and it just doesn't work for me. I don't know. It just like really migrates for me. But if it works for you, I'm very happy that you found a mascara that you like. In the viewfinder, I also don't have my glasses on. Crazy. Okay, for lips, I wanted to do just a pretty neutral lip with this gloss from Lights Lacquer. This is the Alyssa gloss. And I have 2 brown pencils. I think I'm gonna use Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever. I'm gonna take my finger and kind of blend it a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. Then we're gonna go in with that Alyssa gloss. Just throw it on top. And there we go, everyone. This is like what I would wear if I got tickets to Ego Death at a bachelorette party, but also just what I thought of using the next palette in my collection. I really like it. I think it's really cool. It looks cool, at least to me. I keep looking at the viewfinder for validation, but I should look at this. It looks really cool. It looks really cool. I added a little X in here because I don't know, it just felt like it. And I'm liking it a lot. I think I might actually take just a final finishing touch, like a little small brush, go in with that white shade again, which is Dreamful, and just, yeah, throw it right up here on the brow bone. That looks cool. That completes this look. I'm really excited about it. It looks really cool. It looks really fun, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I've been in a slump lately, and I just have to force myself to sit down and do makeup because I always feel better when I do it. It's just the act of getting here that is so difficult. I know that's what depression is, but I'm gonna do my best, just like Hayley said in her first self-titled album, to come out of it. So thank you guys so much for watching this little tutorial. Let me know if there's any kind of videos you want to see from me, and other than that, have a great day, everyone.